Okay, so welcome everybody. I'm Justin Wyse. I'm the former head coach for Mesa Rim Reno and current customer experience manager for North City. And while we're all quarantined, I'm going to be running some fitness clinics for everybody on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So these are reoccurring things. They're free. As long as you have an internet connection and the ability to get onto Zoom, you can join us. If this time frame doesn't work for you, these will all be uploaded to our virtual class database on our YouTube channel at a later date, including the Google Docs. So even if you don't want to go through the whole YouTube video, if you don't like watching me, then you don't have to. All the workouts that we do are going to be posted on Google Docs each time, and you'll find those shareable links in the YouTube descriptions as well. So what we're going to do today is get everybody kind of introduced back into the regular core routine stuff, since Mesa hasn't been hosting a core specific clinic in a bit. This first one isn't going to be the gnarliest. The format that we're going to be doing is a Tabata format. It's 20 seconds on and then 10 seconds off, and it repeats several times with 2 different workout variations. And then I have an interval timer that I'm going to be using that I'm going to finish setting up here real quick, and then we're going to get started. So the way this works is you're going to do 20 seconds on and then 10 seconds off, and that's going to repeat itself 6 times. So I'm going to set that up for us. So during those 10 seconds, you're going to get just like a very quick rest, and then you're going to switch to a secondary core workout. So you'll alternate between 2 different core workouts. That'll repeat itself for about 4 minutes. Then you'll get a minute and a half of rest, and I'll explain the next 2 workouts that we're going to do, and then we'll continue through. So we have some repetition-based stuff. We have some isometric-based stuff. If there's anything that's a little bit too challenging for you, you can always sub it in for something that you know. So if there's a different core workout that you feel a little bit more comfortable with, if you have any sort of pre-existing condition, like maybe something that I demo bothers your hip a little bit, right? Or like puts a little bit too much stress on your lower back, that's totally fine. You can just swap it out for something different. And we'll go through all of them. And then if you have questions, you can just, like, if you're sharing video, you can just raise your hand. You can also use the chat. And I'm going to try my best for those of you that do have video to be able to watch, and then I can provide form suggestions too. But if you don't want to share video, that's not a requirement for the class. It's going to last, the full workout's going to last about 20 minutes plus or so. And then we're going to do, for the last few minutes of that 20 minutes is a little bit of a plank challenge that I have written down there. So we're going to do this 4 times. Okay. All right, I got that set up for us. Let's take a look. And I'll pull up the document as well. And then I'm going to demo the first couple things that we're going to be doing for everybody. Okay, so the first 2 things are lemon squeezers and Russian twists. So let's make sure you can see me a little bit more down on the ground. So a lemon squeezer. So a lemon squeezer is when I'm on the ground, I have my shoulders slightly off the ground, kind of in like a boat position, and my legs are straight. You can see like I can get my hands underneath my hamstrings here to squeeze the lemon. I'm bringing my knees up and in close to my chest and then back out, right? So I want like a nice comfortable pace, right? I'm trying to initiate my knees coming into my chest by driving with my core, right? I'm not trying to like throw my head forward to bring my upper body in. I'm trying to generate from my abs, right? So that's the first one that we're going to be doing. The second one for that is Russian twist. So Russian twist, you're holding this like boat pose here, right? And then you're rotating and taking your opposite hand. So I'll take my right fist, I'm going to rotate and have my right fist or hand touch on my left hip, and then my left hand is going to touch on my right hip, and I rotate back and forth at like a nice comfortable pace, right? So I'm going to be rotating consistently back and forth that whole time. So the way this is going to work is when I start this interval timer, it's going to be 20 seconds on of the lemon squeezers first, then you'll get the 10-second rest, and then you're going to switch into doing the Russian twists, and we'll alternate back and forth on that for a few minutes until we have a minute and a half off. If at any point in time it gets like too challenging, then you can go ahead and just take a cycle off and take a little bit extra rest. So is that good? Is everybody ready to get going? Excellent. Okay, so we're going to start with lemon squeezers in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Ding, ding. I'm going to try and turn that up a little bit so people can hear it. So this format is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're looking for mostly like quality and good rhythm. So don't worry so much about trying to get too many repetitions in. Just focus on quality. 10-second rest. Get ready for Russian twists in 3, 2, 1, go. Awesome, that looks great. I have a cat climbing the screen door behind me. It's fantastic. Okay, we're not doing that. No. 2, 1, rest. Nice job. 10-second rest. Then it's back to lemon squeezers again. Got 1 minute down. We're gonna do a few minutes of this, and then we'll take a 1.5 minute break. Okay, lemon squeezers go. Awesome, form looks good. Okay, 10-second rest. 3, 2, 1. Russian twist, here we go. Nice job, form looks good. Remember to keep breathing the whole time. 2, 1, 10-second rest. Two, 1, lemon squeezers go. Nice job, form looks good. 2, 1, 10-second rest. Good work. Get ready for Russian twist in 2, 1, Russian twist. Here we go. We've got 1 more of each, and then we're gonna take that break. Excellent, form looks great. 2, 1, 10-second rest. Okay, we're doing 1 more of each, and then we have a break, and I'll explain the next couple things we're doing. 2, 1, lemon squeezers go. Try and get that full extension for your legs for the lemon squeezers too. So legs should come all the way out until they're straight, and then all the way back in to touch your chest. This is the last time you're doing lemon squeezers today, I promise. You only got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, 10-second rest, nice job. Okay, we got last round of Russian twist coming up, and then we'll do 1.5 minute break. 2, 1, Russian twist, here we go. Two, 1, and rest. Nice job. Okay, so now we're gonna rest for about 1.5 minutes or so while I explain these. So the next ones that we're gonna do are gonna be a couple isometrics. So we're alternating between contralateral plank and hollow body. So I'm gonna demo that for you really quick. So what is contralateral plank? Okay, so contralateral plank is when I'm in like the plank position, right? So the way I'm gonna be looking for good plank form, elbows are stacked directly over my wrist. Shoulders are stacked directly over the elbows so that I'm in a nice, like, even straight line. Back is flat. I'm going to space my feet out a little bit wider, and then I'm going to take my opposite hand and opposite foot is going to come up. So I'll go left leg comes up, right arm comes up straight in front. And then I come down and then switch to the other side when I tell you to switch. So the wider stance that you have for this, the more easier it's going to be for you to balance. If you find yourself struggling, it's a challenging one to find the right balance. Don't worry about like tapping the ground or like losing your balance for a second. That's totally fine. If this puts a lot of pressure on your wrist, just span your hands out wide, nice and wide, and then you'll have a little bit more base of support there for you. So that's what the contralateral plank looks like. Then hollow body we talked about a little bit for lemon squeezers. It's this position. So I'm gonna have my upper body is up and off the ground, same with my lower body. This is the normal hollow body position, right? I'm engaged through here. If I want like bonus points, if this is really easy for you to hold, then you can take your arms and put them above your head like this for the duration. So we're gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and then we'll alternate back and forth between those two. So since it's an isometric and it's a little bit easier to hold and it's not like repetition based, just make sure that during that 10-second process, you're getting ready to switch into the other one so that right when the timer starts, you can be holding it. Everybody good with that? Okay, we're gonna get started here with the contralateral. So you can pick a side and say easy to start with one side so you remember for switching. With right arm up, left leg up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, 20 seconds. Nice job. The balance for this is hard. This looks good. 10 more seconds here. Keep breathing. Make sure we breathe through the isometrics. You don't want to be holding your breath the whole time. 3, 2, 1. 10-second rest. Get ready for the other side. We're going to do the other side now. 3, 2, 1. Other side, go. So remember, opposite hand and opposite foot. You get that nice wide stance, it'll help you a little bit. If you can, try and keep that shoulder over your wrist and over your elbow. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. Okay, so now get ready for that hollow body hold. 3, 2, 1. Hollow body. Here we go. Excellent. That looks good. Got a lot of folks going for that extra credit. Nice work. That's not easy to do. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10-second rest. Nice job. So we're going to go back to what we started with for contralateral. So it'll be right arm up, left leg out in 3, 2, 1, go. Awesome. Nice job. 10 more seconds here. Nice work finding the balance. This is tricky. 3, 2, 1. 10-second rest. Get ready to switch sides. When we switch sides, try and make sure that your hips don't open up when you're finding the balance there. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Opposite side. So what I mean by that is you're trying to keep your hips like parallel with the ground, right? So we want to be even. If you feel them like kind of opening up and shifting like this to counterbalance, then you want to be a little bit stronger in the shoulder and a little bit stronger throughout your core to keep yourself stable rather than like turning your body to find a better balance point. Okay, 10-second rest. Nice job. Get ready for hollow body. And hollow body, go. Ten more seconds here. Two, 1. 10-second rest. Nice job. We're going to go back to contralateral. 2, 1. Contralateral on your right. If this starts to get too challenging, you can always switch to regular plank as well. Works just fine. Try and focus on that balance point. 10 more seconds here. 2, 1. 10-second rest. We're going to do the other side. Here we go, opposite side. Awesome, form looks good, nice balance. Two, 1, 10-second rest. Okay, we've got hollow body, and then we're going to go through this one final time, and then we'll get a 1.5-minute break. 3, 2, 1, hollow body, go. Nice job. Remember to keep breathing through these. It's really easy to hold your breath in the isometrics. Excellent. Form looks great. Try and keep those legs straight. The higher you get your arms, the harder it's going to be. 2, 1, 10-second rest. Okay, this is our last cycle through all of this, and then we're going to take another 1.5 minutes rest. So 3, 2, 1, contralateral. Here we go. Nice job. 10 more seconds. Finish strong, finish strong. 2, 1, 10-second rest. Last contralateral of the day is coming up. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Last 20 seconds of contralateral or regular straight plank. Whatever you're feeling, try and focus on balancing in good form. Then we're going to be back to some repetition work for the next set. 3, 2, 1, 10 seconds. Okay, we'll do that hollow body and then we're done with this round. And 3, 2, 1, hollow body, here we go. Ten more seconds here, then we get a nice big break. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, nice job. Okay, so we get a nice little break here now. Catch your breath, grab a quick drink of water, and then I'm gonna demo the next ones that we're gonna do. So we did a lot of plank work, contralateral plank. That puts a lot of stress in each shoulder as well as like all of your core, right? You probably feel that in your quads as well, trying to keep that full body tension from point to point diagonally across your body. So we're gonna get away from that for a little bit and then focus more on some core specific stuff that's less shoulder intensive. And we'll get to toe touches and slow bicycles. So I'm gonna demo those for you. So what is like an opposite toe touch, right? So I'm leaning down on the ground like this, okay? Arms are back and up behind my head. I'm bringing both arms are gonna come up and off the ground, and then I'm gonna go opposite arm to opposite toe, and then come back down, opposite arm to opposite toe the whole time, okay? If you can, try and keep your upper body off the ground and both legs off the ground the whole time. That's the harder variation. If you're struggling a little bit, then you can come all the way back down just for like a brief split second before you come back up for the next repetition. So those are the toe touches. And then the next thing that we were gonna do was the slow bicycle. So slow bicycle, there's a couple variations you can do this. It depends on how hard you wanna push yourself. For the normal variation, I'm gonna keep my lower back pressed firmly into the ground. I'm gonna have my arms are gonna make fists by the side of my head, and I'm not gonna be like pulling on my neck, so I'm just gonna make fists. And then I'm going to come up and rotate, and I'm gonna do opposite elbow to opposite knee, okay? So this right here is like the normal variation. If you want the extra credit, if that's a little too easy for you, then you can bring your upper body all the way up and off the ground and then meet in the middle for each one. So it's kind of almost like a half lemon squeezer each time, right? So that would be the harder variation, like bringing your upper body all the way up and meeting your knee in the middle. If you want the slightly easier normal variation that's still going to be pretty challenging, then you just keep that lower back pushed into the ground, and then you're just bringing that opposite shoulder up and off the ground to get that elbow to touch the knee. Is everybody good with those two? Okay, we'll give you another 10 seconds rest before we get started. Okay, get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toe touches, here we go. And don't worry about like actually getting your hand to touch your toe, right? Like you're reaching for that toe. If it's coming like close to your ankle or like getting closer to your heel, totally fine. You're just trying to get your shoulders up and off the ground to meet that toe in the middle, right? Okay, 10-second rest. And we've got slow bicycles up next in 3, 2, 1. Slow bicycles, here we go. Nice job, good form. Good extension with each leg. I can see some really straight legs out there with the reaching foot. Nice job. Shoulders are coming up and off the ground. That looks great. 10 seconds of rest, and then we're gonna go back to the toe touches. In 3, 2, 1, toe touches, here we go. Nice job. Opposite hand goes to opposite foot. Reach as high as you can to meet in the middle. If it's closer down to your heels, that's totally fine. 3, 2, 1. 10-second rest. Get ready for slow bicycles are up next. Bing, bing, slow bicycles. Here we go. Awesome job. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10-second rest. Nice job. Okay, we're gonna go back to opposite toe touches here in a second. 3, 2, 1. Toe touches. Here we go. When you lift your legs up too, to bring them in the middle, if you find that your legs have a tendency to like stay bent and it's really hard to keep them straight, that's a sign of like tighter hamstrings. So if you do a lot of leg work, if you're a runner, if you do maybe like a lot of yoga, 3, 2, 1, 10-second rest, and you're not used to maybe stretching or taking the extra time to stretch, and you have like a lot of weight in your quads, then your hamstrings might be too tight. 2, 1, here we go, slow bicycles again. So maybe think about doing some hamstring stretches a little bit too, if those feel a little too tight. And then if you're curious about what some of those are, then you can always hit me up in the chat or shoot me an email. I'll leave my email in the chat before this class ends, so you can always feel free to shoot me any questions if you have any. 10-second rest, nice job. Okay, we're gonna be going back to toe touches here in 3, 2, 1, toe touches, here we go. Excellent, nice job. Try and get that opposite shoulder all the way up and off the ground. Ten-second rest. Slow bicycles coming up. Here we go, slow bicycles. After this, we have one more of each, and then we'll have a break before we go through this isometric plank circuit. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. 10-second rest. Okay, this is our last one of each. We got one more of each, and then we're resting. So get ready for last toe touches. In 2, 1, toe touches. Here we go, last set. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. 10-second rest. Last round of slow bicycles coming up. 2, 1. Slow bicycles. Here we go. Excellent job. Nice work. We're in the home stretch. Got that big rest coming up. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds. Boom. And then that's our big rest as well. So let me pause that. Nice job. That was super good. Okay, so we got about like a minute and a half or so. I'm going to explain the last little thing we're going to do, and then that's going to be it for the day. So catch your breath, quick drink of water maybe if you got it close by, and then we're going to talk about this plank challenge I got for us. So we're going to do, let's see, what do I have listed on here? 30, 30, 30. This is a minute and a half. So we'll make this 2. Okay, so this is 2 minutes. How is everybody feeling right now? Show me on a scale of 1 to 5 how much energy you have left, for those of you that have video up right now. 1 being I have no energy, I'm dead. 5 being I have lots of energy. Okay, we're at like 1, 5, we got all over the place. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna offer some variations. So you can choose like how much you wanna do for this. If you're totally blasted, then the way this is gonna work is you're gonna do 30 seconds on and then 30 seconds off, then 30 seconds on, then 30 seconds off. If you are feeling like I got some left in the tank, you get no rest. You go straight through every single one of these things that we're about to do, okay? So what I have listed here, I think I might change things up a little bit. So I have some contralaterals listed back in there. I'm gonna make those a little bit different. I'm gonna do this. Let's do this. And then I'll do one last one. Let's do okay, so here's how we're gonna do this. I just kind of updated the Google Doc a little bit to like make some modifications. So I'm gonna talk you through each different 30-second variant that we're about to do. And I took contralateral out of there because I think that we worked that quite a bit earlier. So I put a different variation in for everybody. Even if you do have a lot of energy, I'm gonna try and hit things a little bit differently. For those of you that are feeling pretty burned, you can just pick and choose. I would say only do 30 seconds on at a time of one of these so you can focus on good form, but just pick the ones that you wanna do and then that'll be it. And then for those of you that have a lot of energy, try and get through this whole circuit with really solid form, okay? So I'm gonna demo what that circuit looks like really quick. So straight plank, we already went over that form. Everybody knows what I'm looking for. So that's like push-up position, you're on your hands. Hands should be stacked so that it looks like your shoulders are directly above your elbows and your wrists, right? Back is flat, you're on your toes. So straight plank is gonna be the first one. I'm gonna put it in the chat here too so that you don't even have to be on the Google Doc. So 1 is 30 seconds, straight plank, okay? Number 2 on that list is 30-second side plank. So what it really is 15-second side plank each side. So for side plank, you can choose. You can choose if you want to be on your elbow or if you want to be on your hand. But what that looks like, pretty simple, right? So if I'm going to be on my elbow, everything's straight, I'm stacked completely, everything's nice and even. I'm not like leaning too forward or too far back, okay? If I have the shoulder stability still and I'm not too gassed, I'll put this up a little bit more so you can see me. Then I'm going to spread my hand out wide, right? So that I'm not putting too much pressure on my wrist. I'm going to be all the way up on my shoulder. I'm making sure that my hips don't dip down. And I'm trying to make sure my shoulders are stacked in a nice straight line. I'm also trying to make sure that my neck and like my spine and everything is in line. I'm not like just kind of like hanging out like this and like having my hips drop, right? So I want to have everything in a nice straight line for side plank. For those of you that have a lot of energy as we're rotating through these, try not to like rest. Try to just like switch and stay in plank the whole time so you're not going to drop at any point in time. Next one on here is sprawl plank. So sprawl plank is pretty much what it sounds like. Instead of just being in a straight position here, I'm going to, for this sprawl plank, we're gonna do sprawl plank with like just our arms. So our feet are gonna be slightly narrow and then our arms are gonna go out a little bit wider. So instead of our shoulders being stacked over our elbows and our wrists, we're gonna spread out a little bit wide. So I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm still keeping my feet in a narrow spot. And then instead of my arms being here, I'm gonna scoop my right arm like way out like a little bit. And I'm gonna be sprawled out like this. So instead of holding like with my body just directly over my shoulders, I'm now holding it at an angle. The wider you go, the more stress that this puts on your elbows especially. So just be mindful of that. Try and find like a happy medium of, okay, like I'm like relatively wide and this is hard versus like I'm so wide and I can hold this, but I'm gonna tweak my elbows a little bit. So find the balance there. When is rest time? So the rest time will be up to you, okay? So I would say I would do 30 seconds on and then 30 seconds off. So you can choose which one of these that you want to start with, right? And then go through. That would be my recommendation if you're feeling pretty gassed. If you're not gassed, then you don't get rest time. You're just going straight through this whole circuit. But you can also drop out of this at any point in time that you want, shake out for a little bit, and then come back in. The challenge would be to try and do all of it with no rest. Then we've got 30 seconds straight plank again. And then the last one is 30 seconds of up-down plank. So up-down plank, you've probably done it before, maybe heard it in a different term. I'm gonna start like on my elbows, right? So like this, and then I'm gonna go up into the plank like this, and then back down, right? So I'm going up and down. So it's not quite a full push-up. I'm just rotating back and forth between that stance, okay? Okay, thanks, Caroline. I did not realize that. So let's post those on the chat just so you guys can see, and I'll reference them too. And then we're gonna get to it. Got a little extra bonus rest time there. Okay, so those are in the chat, and then I'm gonna talk us through it too in case you forget, and I'll talk you through switching as well. Is everybody ready? So what we're gonna start with is just that regular straight plank. I would say everybody probably start with that, and then if there's ones in here that are a little bit too challenging, you can always just opt for more regular straight plank. Don't feel like you have to do the variations. If you do want to do the variations, you can do them in a limited time frame as well. You can do as much or as little as you want. We're just trying to focus on some good form. So we're gonna get started with that 30 seconds of straight plank in 3, 2, 1, here we go, 30 seconds. So remember to keep breathing through all of these isometrics, and you shouldn't feel your weight in just one specific spot, especially for the planks. You should have that distributed pretty evenly throughout your body. You should feel your quads being engaged, right? So like your upper thighs, you should feel your lower abs being engaged as well as your shoulders, right? Everything should be nice and tight, and you're trying to breathe through that too. Okay, get ready for right side plank in 2, 1, right arm goes up. If you need a break, you can shake out right now. Five more seconds here. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Nice job, find that balance. Okay, we're gonna get ready for sprawl plank or break in 3, 2, 1, sprawl plank, here we go. Find the distance that you want, okay? So make sure we're not too wide or it's a lot of stress on the shoulders. Nice job, that looks great. Keep breathing through this. We got 15 more seconds here. And then we're gonna be going back into regular straight plank. So get ready to walk those hands in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up into regular straight plank. Nice job. So we're here for another 20 seconds, and then our last 30 seconds is gonna be that up-down plank. If it's too hard, don't worry about it. You wanna find your own difficulty level. If you're getting challenged, that's great. You can hop back in whenever you want. If it's too much, you can pop out. If it feels easy, then just focus on really good form, okay? In 3, 2, 1, up-down plank, here we go. Nice controlled form. If you've got the juice, try and keep those hips even and parallel with the ground the whole time, right? So keeping everything nice and tight. We got 20 more seconds here and then we're done. 15 more seconds. 10 seconds. Keep breathing, keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that's time. Nice job. Excellent, excellent. Good work. That was super good. Thank you guys for coming. That was our first ever core clinic that we did virtually. So these are gonna be every Tuesday. We're gonna host these every Tuesday at 6. And then we're also doing a body weight specific workout on Thursdays at 6. So if this was interesting to you, you can come on by, check out the one that we're doing on Thursdays. The one on Thursdays is less core intensive. It's a little bit more heart rate intensive and more full body. So there's a little bit more leg stuff involved. There's a little bit more arm stuff involved. This is mostly just like core specific stuff that's going to be specifically beneficial for climbers. So a lot of this is climbing core thought out, not necessarily just basic core. So if you ever want to reference this workout, all of the virtual classes that we do, so this was recorded, so this stream is going to be available on YouTube. It'll be uploaded to our YouTube channel, and there'll be the Google Doc description will be posted in the link, so that way, if you want to follow along with this one, if you really liked this specific workout, you can just pull it up whenever you want and do it again at a later time throughout the week. If there was something about the workout that you wanted maybe something a little bit different, then you can tune in next week. And then these will just be open to everybody. So you can stream the videos on YouTube. You can look at the Google Docs. You can set your own stuff up if you want, if this 6 o'clock time frame on Tuesdays doesn't work best for you. Also, you can see, here, let me put in the chat. I'm going to try to send to everyone. I think I sent the other stuff to Caroline again. let me put my email in the chat. This should go to everyone this time. So this is my email. If you have any questions at all, you can feel free to hit me up. And then these are just a routine thing. So if you're psyched on it, every Tuesday at 6, I'll be here. Every Thursday at 6, I'll be doing the body weight stuff as well. Does anybody have any questions for me or anything before you leave? Excellent. Sweet. That's it. Thank you guys for coming. That was an awesome job. And I'll see you hopefully on Thursday at 6 as well.
Thanks, Justin. Have a good one.
Thanks. You too. See you guys later.